Hello, and welcome to my Let's Play of ReZero, starting life in another world, the Prophecy of the Throne. I've been really anticipating this game, as I was looking for games to Let's Play when I first wanted to do newer games to Let's Play, and this was one of the games that really caught my eyes. So, in this first episode, I do want to give some warning. So, from what I've been told, this game takes place a month after Subaru comes into ReZero. So I think that's either a good way into ReZero. I'm pretty sure it's after. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to remember what episode exactly that would be, but to give a synopsis, I'm pretty sure this spin-off game takes place after the selection, or in the middle, in between of the selection, for everyone. So I'm about to pull up the episode right now, see what episode it is. ReZero. Okay, I can't find the episode right now, but I'll probably edit it in and then say, hey, here's the episode that you should look at. That you can start this Let's Play at. So, without further ado, let's begin our journey. Let me also turn down.
Good! And finally, raise both arms and victory!
Alright. I'm also going to have the game set to English dub, mainly because it'll be a lot easier to manage
you really
that way.
You life in everyone, Subaru. You may even be more popular than Ram and Rem.
Well, I did kind of put my neck on the line to save the village. And just like a true gentleman, I didn't hang it over their heads either. Surely such a gesture will have Mealy falling head over heels for me once more.
I don't recall ever having such feelings for you in the first place. Besides, I think their impression of you is a bit different. In their eyes, you're more of a sage than some legendary hero. You know, because you're so knowledgeable about so many peculiar things.
I guess I'm my own believe it or don't, huh? But I'm pretty sure the only thing they've caught on to are my radio calisthenics.
These early morning exercises, I ended up being way more popular with the villagers than I expected. It has become such a big event that half the village participate in every time, even today.
What else have I taught them in such a short amount of time? Nothing really comes to mind. Either way, it's been about a month since I came to this world.
So this is after the events of the village, aka the second checkpoint. Oh, we're getting a choice right away, huh? Just give me a second, I'm untangling something. I really should have done this before I started recording. Alright. Either way, it's been about a month. Bookstone talking to Amelia. Think back to what happened. Oh, okay. I'm gonna click this just to see a summary. Just to see how they summarize it.
Is all of this my blood? My life's flowing out of me. I'm going to die soon. I don't want to die. No way. Because hang on.
Oops, let me just... I'm trying to figure out the button.
Happens,
Oh. Auto is out. Okay.
I'm gonna save you.
This was the moment I, Subaru Natsuki, died for the first time in my life, marking the beginning of my strange fate. And it had all started several hours ago.
Wait a minute. Have I been summoned to another world?
Before frick. Where's my log? Oh, I was about to say, is there no backlog? Before me was an unfamiliar city in an equally unfamiliar world. From the look of things, it seemed like some kind of fantasy world. A realm where demi-humans walked alongside humans, with giant lizards pulling carriages down the main road.
Unless this is some sort of elaborate prank, I seem to have been reincarnated in another world.
It all happened so suddenly when I was walking back home from the convenience store. A surprise trip to another world, but that wasn't the biggest surprise here. Biggest problem here. Where was everything that normally came along with this fantasy stuff? No pretty heroine or weapons anywhere. No special ability either, not as far as I could tell.
You're gonna need a better welfare program if you want to satisfy lazy-ass kids like me. Oh, my bad.
Watch it, man. That hurt.
The hell are you? I haven't seen you around here.
Wait, is that Cosma? I can't believe they got Cosma to voice Cranberry.
Cough up everything you've got. Unless you want to get hurt.
Three guys got on my case, sprouting the typical lines you hear from thugs like them. I decided to call them Tan, Shin, and Khan. They surrounded me, punching and kicking me all over. I would beat them to a pulp without a chance to fight back. Was that it, really? Was that it really it? I hadn't even done anything yet. Was I really going to die all alone in a place like that?
That's enough!
I need to do one thing. I did not expect the message speed to be so slow. Just gonna up that up. Yes. Just then, a voice rang out like a silver bell, and there stood an unbelievably beautiful girl.
I can't overlook what's going on here.
The girl summoned magical shards of ice from thin air, knocking down all three of the thugs one by one. Then,
Mess with us, will ya? I don't care if you're an aristocrat or magic user. Let's surround her and kill her.
Go ahead and try if you dare. Do anything to her, and I'll haunt you and your kin forever.
You use these spiritual arts? Damn it! We won't forget
I
this!
still can't believe they got a freaking Cosma. So what I mean by they got Cosma is the voice actor for Cosma is voicing Cranberry, and he's using almost the exact same voice he uses for Cosma. This cute silver-haired girl has saved me from danger. Our encounter had determined how I'd be living in this world. I truly believe that. Her name, which I didn't know at the time, is Emilia. Put simply, she's nothing less than an angel. Oh, and that flying cat thing is a spirit of hers named Puck. He has all sorts of ability, not to mention his fluffy fur is oh so amazing to pet.
You really saved me there. Thank you.
Don't get the wrong idea. I only stuck around because there are some things I want to ask you.
She proceeded to explain that she'd been looking for something. Even though she was super busy and in a big hurry to find it, she still stopped to help me out. Despite that, all she did afterwards was tell me to be more careful next time. She even tried to leave without me replaying her. How could I not help out a girl like that? And it had nothing to do with the fact that she was totally my type.
Hey, mind letting me help? I want to repay you somehow.
There's no need for that. You already answered my question saying you don't know anything about it. That's adequate compensation for healing you.
You're a real stubborn one, ain't ya? Then I'll help you for my own sake.
Alright, but I won't be able to offer you any reward.
I don't seek out good deeds for compensation, so just leave it to me.
It's Satella.
I see. Satella it is.
Huh? No, it's nothing. It's nice to meet you too.
I'm gonna try to not skip dialogue as much as possible, even if I read it faster than most people. I know some people generally don't like it when people skip dialogue or go too fast on the dialogue, so I'll try my best to just not skip dialogue. The name Emilia first identified herself with to me was a pseudonym. The Witch of Envy went by that name, which was why Puck pointed out that her statement was in poor taste. Although Emilia said it in her own consideration to deter any further involvement, of course that was something I'd only find out about later.
So this thing you're looking for, an insignia, was it?
Yes, it's a very important item. But someone stole it from me. If it were anything else, I'd give up on it. But I can't let this go so easily.
And so we walked around the royal capital in an attempt to figure out where her insignia had taken off to. Though I did end up not being very useful, I couldn't read anything in this world. After all, nor did I understand the way this world worked. Pretty sure I was just getting in the way.
So, the slums are where stolen items get pawned off. But do we really need to go inside that loot house or whatever?
As I said, that insignia is very important, so...
We need to get it back no matter what, right? Alright then, let me scout the place out. I'll redeem all my blunders with this.
Okay, but please be careful.
I will. I might not get back till later, so feel free to have dinner without me.
Oh, don't be so silly.
I have to say, this was the silliest and happiest moment for me. I mean, I finally got her to laugh. But...
Excuse me. Whoa, it's so dark in here. Huh? Is this... blood?
Oh, it appears you found me out. I suppose I have no choice then. How unfortunate.
Is that Kira buckling?
It burns.
I wasn't entirely sure what had just happened. All I felt was this burning sensation coursing through my stomach, and my mind went blank shortly after. I was so preoccupied that I was unaware of my current surrounding. I'm not sure if I'll ever forgive myself for that. All because I let that pain distract me. As I lay there, fading in and out of consciousness, it hit me like that Emilia had been struck down by the bladed assailant as well.
Hang on. No matter what happens.
I'm gonna save you. It was here that I experienced my first steps since arriving in this world.
Hey, what's the matter with you, kid? Look like you've seen a ghost or something.
Hey, Patrick Seitz. When I came to, a certain-looking guy was standing before me. All I could do was stand still, confused. I'd go on to find out that this was a save point for me. Save point, I'm beginning to dislike that phrase. Whenever I die, I'm brought back to I cannot ever say that word. I don't know why. Specific place in time in the recent past. I've been sent to this world without any sort of cheats powered, but I was given that single ability. I call it Return by Death. But I don't become fully aware of it until sometime later. Anyway, my troubles were far from over here. I ran off still confused by what was happening. All I could do was make my way to the loot house. This time I found Felt, the thief who snatched Amelia's insignia and old man Ram inside. We should have technically been enemies, but I couldn't find it in me to hate them for whatever reason. In fact, after we chatted each other up for a bit, I became quite fond of them. Despite his fierce appearance, Old Man Ram loved Felt, whom his affection cared for her as a granddaughter, and Felt returned the appreciation in kind. Knowing this, I wanted to save them from ensuring tragedy as well.
There were kind souls, even all the way out here, who'd help others despite being wrapped up in their own problems.
Even if they were chasing down a thief who stole something they cherished, showing their concern by saving some worthless stranger and clumsily assuring them to not feel in debt. It took 3 whole deaths for Amelia's kindness to touch the core of my very being. I had to get Amelia's insignia back no matter what. I returned by theft 3 times by now. After overcoming the intense battle in the loot house, I finally came face to face with Amelia again. With Felt, Old Man Ram, and Reinhardt watching, I looked into Amelia's eyes.
My name is Subaru Natsuki. I've got a lot to talk to you about, but I'll set that aside for now if you grant me this one request. I want you to tell me your name.
My name is Amelia. Just Amelia. Thank you for saving me, Subaru.
I took Amelia's outstretched hand in mine. That smile of her, along with her name, were the only reward for all my effort, but they were more than enough for me. Thus marked the end of my first battle, having overcome numerous hardships along the way. Although my stomach still got sliced open in the end, and I quickly lost consciousness, when I woke up at the palace where Amelia is staying inside Roswell Manor, after surviving the battle at the loot house, I attained Amelia's true name, her cat fairy appreciation, and had been offered a nice life at the noble mansion.
You guys have a personal clown to perform before you eat? Doesn't that get a little pricey?
A clown? What an interesting speculation. I am the owner of this manor, Roswell Elmathers.
This sketchy-looking dude is the Margrave of this territory known as Roswell. He apparently been helping Amelia out for some reason or another.
Please show mercy, sir. Spare me and Defile's sister instead.
Please do no such thing, sir. Spare me and violate Rem instead.
The twin maid tending to him are Rem and Ram. Why did I say that backward? Frick. They mess with me using their sisterly love.
It would seem another strange person has appeared. Betty cannot fathom what goes on in Roswell's head, I suppose.
Hey, Kara. Beatrice happened to be my favorite character in the show. I just like Beatrice. I don't know why. Last but not least, is Beatrice. She's a cute looking but blunt drilled lolly who resides over the manor library. Having overcome my recent return by death at the royal capital, I was able to start my new life with these rather eccentric residents of Roswell Manor. But despite all this, I still hadn't faced all the trials this world had in store for me yet. During my first day at the manor, I learned about the situation Amelia is curling in during breakfast. Since the kingdom of Lucentia, I think that's how you say it, had lost its king, Amelia is one of the royal candidates to succeed the throne. The insignia she'd been looking for in the capital was proof of her candidacy for the royal selection. As a reward for helping her get it back, Roswell offered me a blank contract. Basically, he was telling me to name my price.
Go on, tell me what you desire. As it stands, I am in no position to deny you. Now, what do you wish to receive as compensation?
I only want one thing. Let me work in this mansion!
And just like that, I was hired as a servant of sort in Roswell Manor. I decided to secure a foundation for my life here rather than ask for any material compensation. Not to mention that this would help me stay near the girl I like so much. Not bad, eh? Ram and Rem taught me the ways of servitude in the mansion, and I slowly grew closer to Amelia in the process. I began building upon my own way of living in this world.
Subaru Natsuki will make great strides today! What are you two doing in here? Oh, this is so embarrassing! You should have said something!
Sister, our guest is overly familiar with his greeting.
Rem, our guest is presumptuously friendly with his greeting.
I was with them. They were acting pretty cool, but then in my confusion it dawned on me. They were calling me a guest like I was some stranger. The past few days I spent here had vanished along with all my scars from the work I'd done. I had to return by death. It turns out this morning was my new save point, and my time at the manor incurred 4 more deaths. I died here more times than when I fought Elsa back in the capital, but it wasn't a matter of my death count up to this point. There are a few things I learned after returning by death so many times. First, it seems I have a lingering witch scent on me.
Answer me. You've aligned yourself with the witch, haven't you?
The witch?
Don't play dumb with me! Such bald-faced lies will only take you so far when the foul stench of the witch is covering you from the inside out!
The other thing is that I can't explain my return by death to anyone.
Emilia, just listen! I can return...
I can still feel the fear that struck me in that very moment. Time stopped around me as I feel a black hand reach out and stroke my heart. My soul crumbled from the fear and pain crushing my heart. It was then I realized I can't tell a single person about my secret. Even if I commit suicide, I still return by death. It's not picky about whether I kill myself or if someone does me in. And yet, no matter how many times I die, I never get used to this power. What even harder is knowing that no one around me will remember our time together. I'm forced to reforge my bonds with the people I previously grown close with. My head filled with an increasing number of memories only I can remember, but there are certain memories that all of us manage to get to retain.
You have some things that Ron doesn't, so you should just accept that. I mean, you're kind, you're a hard worker, and you're incredibly sincere. I'm so glad you're here, Rem. Come on, don't cry. Where I come from, there's a saying that goes, speak of next year and the demons laugh. So let it out. Come on, Rem. Smile and laugh as we discuss the future. We can start with tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
We can laugh it out while we talk about what's in store for us then. I've always wanted to talk about the future with a demon, you know.
You're as fanatical as a demon yourself.
Right?
After returning by death 4 times, I awoke into another new day. A day where I managed to save the manor and the neighboring village of Arlem from a group of mob beasts. Well, Roswell was the one to kill them all off in the end, but that's just a small detail to the larger story. But at the end of the day, as to think us fighting our way through the incident, I was able to achieve my reward of going on a date with Emilia.
Alright, now let's go on our date.
Date?
We basically go somewhere together and look at the same things, eat the same things, do the same stuff together, and just share our memories with each other.
Oh, is that all?
That's all I want.
Alright, then I'll go on this date with you.
Having gone through so much and dying more times than I could count, I managed to rebuild my trusting relationship with the resident of the mansion. I finally obtained a place where I belong after coming to this world.
Hey, Subaru, are you okay?
Alright, the recap is finally over. So with that, I'm just going to end the first episode, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.